To week number 18 of the massage class. So we are
Maria
and Nicole, and maybe you have been here already for 18 weeks with us. That's great. And if it is your first time, great as well. So we do this class every Sunday with a lot of people together.
every Sunday, every Monday, every Tuesday.
Yes,
every
but
week.
online you can do.
We do every Sunday.
Yes, so every Sunday here you can join at 8 o'clock, and our idea is that we give each other every week the same massage, 30 minutes giving and 30 minutes receiving massage. So you just decide who goes first, and then you get 30 minutes massage and 30 minutes receive massage. And if you have never done it, it doesn't really matter. If you find it hard, we also have tutorials, but if you find it easy, just come along and do it every week.
That's the way?
Yes. So now let's start.
Let's do it. Okay, for the full body massage from feet to head, we starting here between the feet, then we do the wide curl. This is about the moment now in which I'm gonna help my wife. Then warm up your hands, your heart, and then we place hands below the joint on the feet, and then we push forward to stretch in 3 different steps. So we do 3 steps going out on the feet, you rock the feet forward, and then you get back to the starting point. Palm press together, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Then we do the same, but one by one. So we do the 3 steps on the feet, we rock the feet forward, doing the 3 steps out to the joint of the big toe, and then we get back into the joint of the feet. Then we get with the side of the hand and we get pressure to the calf muscle beside the bone tibia, the bone of the lower leg, and then we go up all the way 3, 4 steps to below the knee. At the knee, we never press patella, so we want to give pressure with the fingertip. You can press deep pressure to the tissue, and then we do movement like a circle. Then we get up, and we press now with the palms on quadriceps. We do 3 steps going up, all the way to the top of the leg, and then you reverse all the steps down until the feet. So when you reach on the knee, you get back with the fingertip circling along beside patella. And then we get down with the side of the hand, giving pressure to the calf muscle all the way down to the heel. And from the heel of the feet, we get 3 steps out to the joint of the big toe, rocking the feet forward, and then we get back in. The next step, we're going to use the thumbs to press the soft tissue of the feet, so the fingers are on the top of the foot, and you press all along the sole, and you can also include the arch. We can do 6 repetitions along these points that you can make it all along the soft tissue of the feet. So after the 6 times pressure to the sole, then we do again the palm press walking out. So when you rock the feet, you stretch forward and then back in to the joint of the feet. The next, we get the feet up, so the top of the foot looks up. Hands are on the top of the foot below the joint, and then we push down to stretch, not too hard, the stretching down when you are close to the joint. Then we get to the middle top of the foot, we press, medium pressure down, and we hold. Then we get hands on the toes and we do hard, pressure down to stretch on the feet. Then we get to the middle and we push down, medium, hard, and then we get to the joint, close to the joint, and we do soft. Then we open the feet again, and then we do again walking out and in, this structure of the feet on the 3 steps that goes from the joint of the feet to the toe and back to the joint. Now we need to open, so we need to focus on the right hand side leg. So we bend the leg at 45 degrees, foot at the level of the knee, and you change the position to front of the knee. With hands position, we call it butterfly. We want to press 3 or 4 fingers from the knee, pressure down, 5 seconds, 3 steps. Going up, slowly and deep, and then after you get down, 2 steps to the starting point. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Then we keep moving and we get back to the center, and then we open the leg at 90 degrees. Now we give some space between the feet and we sit on the middle between the feet. We need to hold one leg in the top of the straight leg, and in here with the outside foot we push the knee up to the shoulder. So this is a pushing to stretch the tissue of both legs. So first we do 5 seconds, then we reduce the tension, we get a bit forward ourselves, and then we push more and we hold 5 seconds, then we reduce the tension on the leg and we repeat again. This is a pushing behind the knee that stretch on tissue that cross the knee joint and that attach to the hip on the below part. Then we reduce the tension, we sit a bit behind and the foot that was pushing gets below, and the inside foot we want to apply now pressure into the hamstring. So first pressure close to the knee, second pressure slowly and deep in the middle, then we do the third pressure at the top of the leg below the joint. We hold some seconds, then we get back to 2, and then we get back to 1. We do pressure 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Then we get the feet on the area of the hamstring, and then we do a walking, joint to joint, up and down. Then we leave the foot on the mat and we change position. We need to keep moving, and then we now hold with the knees on the top of the foot, the leg is up, we interlock fingers and we give pressure with the heel of the hand. We give pressure in, and then we do a circle under the pressure. We get to 2, pressure in, and a circle, 3, press in, and a circle, back to 2, press in, and under the pressure we do a circle, and then 1, you press in, and then you do a circle. The next is pressure with the thumbs. The level of pressure is a bit below, and then we just apply pressure in and we hold 5 seconds. Then we get to 2, to the middle between joints, then we get to 3, below the upper joint, then we get back to 2, 5 second deep pressure, a bit below level of the previous pressure we did to the tissue, so we work on different group of muscles and then we relax. Now we get the fingertip in the center line of the calf, starting at the top of the calf, and we pull back the whole leg to stretch 5 seconds. Then we get to the middle, pull, you hold the feet between your knees so the foot don't slide, and then you stretch by hooking the center line of the calf with arms straight. We pull the whole leg, and then 1. After that, we interlock fingers, and now we want to apply the pressure with the heel of the hand, so we want to press into the tissue of the calf and then you push out of the bone. So we do 3 times, 3 steps from the head of the calf to the Achilles tendon, and then you get back 2 steps to the starting point. After that, we relax. Now we use the outside hand to push the knee forward, and we go up into half knee. So foot is at the hip, hand is at the knee, inside hand to the quadriceps, and now we push with the groin on the foot, the knee to the center chest, and then we hold 5 seconds, and then we reduce the tension. Then we go again, we push, and we hold hard 5 seconds, and then we reduce the tension on the leg, and then we go again. Very important to push the knee to the center chest, so we practice another direction movement to avoid injuries. This hand of the knee now gets behind the knee, the inside hand cups the heel. So the outside hand push the knee to the center chest, and then the inside hand push the foot to the head. Then we reduce the tension, and then we go again. First push knee to chest, and then the foot you push to the opposite shoulder, and you hold 3 to 5 seconds on the hardest tension on the tissue, and then we go again and we push with the inside hand the foot up to the shoulder. When you finish the third one, the knee up gets down, then you rotate to your partner and the knee down gets up. So we can lift the leg in the top of our legs, the outside hand holds the heel and the forearm push on the toes to stretch on the calf. So we can stretch 3 times, 5 seconds, pushing with the forearm on the toes, holding the heel with the hand, and then we do deep. After the third time, with the knee up gets down to the mat, the knee down gets up, and then we stretch knee to chest, foot to back. So one hand push the knee to the center chest and another hand inside, push the foot to the back. 3 times, 5 seconds, deep, and then 3. After the third time, we leave the leg down, we shake, and then we get back to the center to do everything the same on the other side. So we first bend the leg 45 degrees, then we move ourselves in front of the knee, close by, hands on butterfly, and you push down from 3 or 4 fingers from the knee. We want to push down to stretch on the tissue, to pump on fluids, to stimulate functional cell systems, to filter, to reorganize. To many reasons, we push 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Then we get back to the center and we open the leg at 90 degrees. Then we sit on the butt, we keep moving, and we push the knee up to the shoulder. Then we hold 5 seconds hard. Then we reduce the tension, we sit a bit forward so we can push a bit more. And we push and lock leg straight on the tension. And then we get back, hard pushing, and then you hold 5 seconds. And then we reduce the tension on the leg, we sit a bit behind, and the foot that was pushing gets below, and the inside foot apply pressure in, hard. First pressure at cross by the knee, second pressure in the middle, we pull, we press, and then we hold 5 seconds. Then we get to below the joint, then we get back to the center, and then we get to 1. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, and then we get the feet on the area and we move, walking the area, joint to joint, back to the knee. Then we leave the foot on the mat and we change position to the knees, we raise the leg up, and now we want to interlock with the knees on the foot. These interlock fingers and the heel of the hand press in, and then we do a circle. 2 in the middle, then we go to 3, top of the leg, back to 2 to the middle, and then 1 to the starting point. Then we use the thumbs to press with the thumb, the ball of the thumb. We go now a bit below level of the previous, and now we press pressure in only. You hold the pressure 5 seconds. 2 in the middle, 3 on the top of the leg. Then we get back to 2, and then 1. And we relax. Now we get with the fingertip in the center line of the calf, and we pull first at the head of the calf, 5 seconds. Then we get to the middle, pull. Then we get to the Achilles tendon above. We pull from the center, then back to 2, and then 1. After that, we interlock the fingers and we're going to press with the heel of the hand on the calf muscle, and we push out of the fibula and tibia. So we want to press to the tissue and then we push out from the bones, fibula and tibia. So we make sure we're stretching on the tissue, different tissue that surround muscle cells, tissue that surround neurons from your legs. And then we use the outside hand to push the knee up. We get up into half knee, her foot at the groin, outside hand on the knee, inside hand on the quadriceps, and then we push the knee to the chest with the joint, with the hip, and we reduce the tension. Slowly, please. We press and we hold slowly. Tai Chi movement, and release, and then we go again, push and hold, and release. Now the hand of the knee gets behind the knee, inside hand cups the heel, and then we press knee to the center chest and foot to the opposite shoulder. So we do a kind of twisting on the hip that is super good to the hip of people who sit 8 hours in a chair, or in the floor, in the sofa, wherever you sit, you sit. Wherever you're sitting, nothing moves in the body. And then, after the third time, the knee up gets down, the knee down gets up, and we leave the leg on the top of the leg, outside hand cup the heel, forearm push on the toes, and you do the stretching of the calf myofascias and tendons that cross the knee joint We do 3 times, 5 seconds hard, then the knee up gets down, the knee down gets up, and we push knee to chest, foot to butt, 50-50, deep, push in, some seconds, and then after that we place the leg down, we shake, and then we ask them to change position, PTO, please turn over, and then we focus on the soft tissue behind. Now we get with the knees between the feet. We use the heel of the hand to apply the pressure to the sole. We do 3 steps on each foot. And after the 3rd step, then we get up to the calf. We palm press, pressure down to the tissue of the lower leg until 3 fingers below the knee. We never press behind the knee, please don't do that, it's terrible. So we want to jump the knee, and then we want to get 3 steps, pressure down to the hamstrings, and then we get down all the way until 3 fingers below the knee, above the knee, then we jump to 3 fingers below the knee, and then we get down to the sole. Now we want to use the thumbs, fingers supporting always 10% on the outside of the leg. The thumb is at the level of the Achilles tendon, and now we apply pressure down, short steps, deep pressure, 1 leg at a time with the ball of the thumb going up until 3 fingers below the knee. We jump 3 fingers above the knee, and then we get up, small steps, pressure down, deep pressure, all the way until the tendons, ischiotibialis tendons, and then we get down all the way, walking short steps on the center line, and then we jump on the knee. And now we give pressure deep to the calf, all the way down until the Achilles tendon. Then we get the palms to walk up, 3 steps on the calf, slowly and deep. We jump on the knee, we press up on the hamstrings, and then we change position again. We get 1 knee out on one side, half knee out on the other side. And we jump now with butterfly palm press, and we leave the middle to the spine. We never press the bones of the body, so you press beside the spine, above beside the hip, first pressure on the lower back, then we get to the middle back, then we get to below scapulas, and then we get to the top of the scapulas, and then we do a walking down all the way with a bit of weight until the hips. Once on the hips, we do again stretching, 5 seconds. Now we use the thumbs, the ball of the thumbs, fingers always supporting when you press with the thumb to don't break your thumb. And then we press on the sacrum, and we want to go both sides of the spine. We never press the spine. You want to press very close to the spine, going up, short steps, 1 by 1. We get all the way from L4 until thoracic 1. Pressure deep, of course, always. And then when you reach on thoracic 1, then we do a thumb press walking down all the way beside the spine. Still you press, deep pressure to the tissue beside the bone of the spine, all the way until the sacrum. At the sacrum, now we want to get the hands again on the lower back, and then we push down to stretch on the tissue, and we change position inside both legs. The knees get on the crease of the butt, and if you're smaller than your partner, then you can place the feet all the way up to the calf. If not, you can maintain the foot between the legs, and then we do palm press together, butterfly, 5 seconds, the 4 parts of the back, and then when you reach on the shoulders, on the scapula, then you do a palm press walking to the shoulder, all the way to the toe. Then we do 3 steps down to the elbow. At the elbow we jump to the lower arm, and then we do 3 steps all the way down to the wrist. And on the wrist, we want to now get out with your feet from the calf, your knees maintain there on the crease of the butt, and then we hold on the wrist and we pull them up to the cobra, 5 seconds, and after you reduce the tension. Now we go halfway up only, and then we pull one arm, 5 seconds, one side, slowly we go to the center, we pull the other arm, 5 seconds to the other side, and we get back to the center, and then we pull them up one more time, and then we reduce the tension down. We leave the arms down, and then we do a palm press, walking 3 steps up to the elbow, then you jump on the elbow, 3 steps up until the shoulders, and then we get 4 steps down, walking until the low back. At the low back, we push the tissue out of the hip, and then we get down with the knees between the legs, and then we palm press down on the quadriceps, hamstring. Then we get down on the calf, 3 steps, and then we end on the feet with the knuckles. Now we want to apply the pressure with the knuckle all around the sole, 3 steps on each foot. PTO, please turn over, so we want to change again the position to the back, and then we get both feet together. We want to stretch, and now we get up with legs straight into a L, legs and body, and then we push and we hold the lotus below the knees. We get on the wrist, we pull them up, we stretch, and then we let them on sitting position. Here we want to press now on the shoulder, so don't press, never close to the collarbone, so 4 fingers above, beside collarbone. Heel of the hand press, the fingers behind to avoid any pressure to collarbone. And then we do 3 steps, pressure down to the muscle, out to like 2/3 of the shoulder. We never press more than 2/3 of the shoulder, so you want to do the steps on the shoulder, small, 3 small steps, out and 2 steps in. The same with the thumbs. We place the thumbs at the corner between neck and shoulder, fingers behind supporting, and you apply pressure down. Then we do 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, deep pressure, 5 seconds, and then back to 2, and back to 1. After that, ooh, what happened? And then we do the palm press again, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. So rhythm and Tai Chi movement, this is the way. Then we get down with the knees, and then we massage the shoulders many times, we massage the scapula many times, we massage all the muscles along this tissue of the upper back, and then we place the head down, and we're going to use the ice picking. So the ice picking, apply pressure direction to the cervical, so we need to press beside the cervical, and we need to apply the pressure in. We never press the muscles of the neck, we never do that. So we want to press with the thumbs from C7, close both sides of C7, and the pressure goes in to C7. To make sure you never press in the wrong place, just Google the muscle SCM, see the position of this muscle, and we never press this muscle. We never do that. The pressure is behind SCM muscle, behind sternocleidomastoideo. And then we go up, down, and up. So we want to do 4 steps in each way of this area of the cervicals. And when you reach up second time, you move the head up, and then we do shampoo. We do the head massage, freestyle, everywhere. And then we do the chop. So the chop, you open fingers, hands together, and then you start at the neck, go out on the shoulder, go down halfway, the back, and then you do the other side the same. Then we do circles, and then we rush. Ra'a, Ra'wa, Roka, Payati, Minasanti. Cup.
Oh, so nice. I really needed it. Oh. So,
we all needed that.
Manel said, what happened? Well, he heard a lot of crack, crack, crack,
yes,
my sticky fascia here, because I have been traveling and not sleeping a lot, so I could really
every week
use a massage.
Each is different, right?
Yes.
Yes.
That's why we do every week.
Yes.
So, yeah, it's important. One massage is nice, but if you never repeat it, then everything goes back again in the position. Okay, so now, you change. So we place the knees in between the ankles and the hands like this in the white crew. We call it white crew, just to relax ourselves. And then we relax our mind. We focus on breathing. We feel how we feel. Maybe you feel already different than before. So that's really great. And now just focus on giving the best massage you've ever given, even if it's your first time. Rewind the head. Place the hands above the feet. Sorry, I'm yawning. I'm so relaxed after this massage.
Chemicals.
But I still need to give it back, of course. That's the whole idea. So we place the hands next to the ankle. We roll open. 1. We go to the middle. Roll open. 2. We go on the feet, on the toes. And back to the middle. And to the beginning. In this movement, we do the same, but down one by one. Rocking motion. Next to the ankle, you roll open. Then the other side, you roll open. So we want to see the sole of the feet. Middle foot, so you really try to roll like that. Middle and toes and toes and back and back and next to ankle. Next to ankle. In this movement, we go walk on the calf, not on the bone, but just the pinky finger is touching the shin bone. We're walking 3 steps up, 3 steps up. Pressing a lot, it's like you're crawling. You really want to lean on your arms. Tip of the fingers above the knee, heel of the hand below. And we circle, palm circle the knees. Now we go up with our body weight and we walk like a cat. We don't want to walk in the heel of the hand, but the full hand. Don't touch the knee, above the knee. 1, 1, 2, 2, and 3, 3. Go up, really nice. If you lean in a lot, very nice. And we go back 2, and just before the knee. We don't want to press the full body weight on the knee. We sit down again, tip of the fingers above the knee, heel of the hand below. And we circle. You press on the tip of the fingers, you press on the heel of the hand, but not on the patella itself. Now we walk back, calf, 3 steps. It's every week the same. So if you join, it's like a meditation. You know what to do. Your body is probably doing it automatically already. The more you come, the more easy it will be. Middle, middle. Toes and toes, back to middle, middle, and beginning, beginning. Now we're going to work with the thumbs. So not the tip, the ball of the thumbs. Fingers on the top of the feet, and the ball of the thumb is just going down in 2 thumbs at the same time, leaning in with your body weight. It's not like you want to really press like that, but you use body weight. You can do 6 times on the sole of the feet. 6 times anywhere on the sole of the feet. So every time I lean in, I'm just leaning in. After that, you palm press walk again. 1, 1, 2, 2, toes, toes. And in the meantime, you feel maybe that your partner has become already more flexible in the feet. That's great. Now we place the top of the feet towards the ceiling. Thumbs inside, fingers outside, and we lean down towards the mat next to the ankle. We go to the middle, you lean down. So the sole of the feet are now going towards the mat. And then the toes. 1, 2, 3. Look at the face of your partner. They're still relaxed, then that's enough pressure. Otherwise, you have to go off a bit. So go back to 2, and then 1. After that, we flap the feet open and we 1, 2, palm press again. 3, going out on the toes, going back to 2, and 1. Now we're going to work on 1 leg at a time. So on my right hand side, I press the knee 45 degrees, change my body weight, belly above the knee, hands in this position we call butterfly. So we don't press the knee, we skip, we go above. 1, 2 in the middle, 3 in the end. Really lean in, very nice. Or maybe not so nice, but then it's therapeutic. And we go back. After that, we open the leg, so now the knee is 90 degrees on the floor. We sit on our own mat next to the straight leg. My left leg is just hanging in there. And then my right foot is going to be on the corner of the knee. And then just press forward. 1. So my knee is totally straight. And pull back. We do this 3 times. Maybe you can push yourself forward a bit. The idea is to increase the flexibility of the hips. So we go a little bit forward more. And the 3rd time, all the way as much your partner can. Yeah? Now pull the foot back. Now we're going to place the foot that was pressing underneath. Toe is pointing towards my nose. My other foot is going to be in the hamstring. Pressing a lot, really pressing. Feel the sticky fascia underneath your foot. And then press a lot. Very nice. Too much? 2. And then 3.
You have technique, no?
Yeah.
To press hard.
Yes, it's nice. I press a lot. But now my foot is feeling very warm below. And now I've been doing some sports today, so you really need it. I did extra strong. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Now the foot that was here goes back, and now we relax. Now we relax. So my feet are warm now as well, so I feel the blood increase of Manel's hamstring, which is really great. Okay, after that we keep our partner as they are. Now we press the foot in a little bit, and now we place the knee up, and now we sit with our knees on top of the foot of our partner. Now we place the hands interlaced. We're going to work on the side of the bone. So you press and then you rotate. We go to the middle, you press and you rotate, and you press still when you're rotating. 1, 2, 3, 2, and 1. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. After that we use our thumbs. So now a little bit lower than below the bone. 1, and then 2 in the middle. And then 3, press the thumbs towards each other. It can be very sensitive. And 2, and 1. And now it's very comfortable, but looks very funny to put his head like that. Then we release the hands. Relax the leg. Now we're going to work on the calf. So we have the hands in like that, cupped behind the knee on the calf. So we go 1, we go in the middle, 2, and 3 on Achilles. Now we go back to 2. Make sure that your knees are on the top of the foot, so the foot is not sliding. After that, we're going to work with the hands interlaced. So the hands are interlaced. We squeeze the calf muscle in between the heel of the hand, and we go forward. 1, and then 2. Squeeze and go forward. And 3. Squeeze and go forward. Go back to 2. And 1. Then we relax, freestyle. Now we're going to do knee to chest. So you place the foot to your groin, the right side. Place your foot next to the hip and your hand on the knee. My other hand's on the straight leg, only 10%. Knee to chest, 90 forward. 1. Increase the flexibility of your partner. And go back. Then we go 2. 2. And go back. And 3. Are you having a hard time today? And now we do twist. Sorry.
Enjoy a lot.
Enjoy a lot. We do twist hip. I do not fake, eh? We do quite strong pressure to each other. We're going to help each other. So now twist hip. Hold the foot like I do, cupping. Other hand on the hamstring. Knee in the middle of the breast. So we press down to the middle and we try to straighten the leg to the right shoulder. 1. And then 2. And then 3. 50-50 to the sternum and then stretch. Now we place the knee down, underneath up. 1 hand underneath to not overstretch. Now his foot is on the top of my upper leg. And I'm going to hold the heel like that and the big toes under the forearm. How I do that? I'll show you. Like that. And then the big toes here. Yeah? Okay, so now 90% leaning on the big toe. 1, and only 10% you hold here. 2, stretch the Achilles tendon. It's all about leaning the forearm on the big toe. It's not about reaching up. It's just about placing the big toe towards the shin bones on the Achilles can stretch. Knee to chest, foot to butt is next. Change your legs. 1, 50-50. 2, and 3. 3 times. Now we place the leg down and we wiggle underneath the leg like that. Wiggle, 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 and we go to the other side. So now I bend the leg, 45 degrees. Gonna sit on the other side. Place the hands like that in butterfly position, belly above the knee, not pressing on the knee, a little bit down. And we go 1, 2, 3 in the end. We go back to 2 and 1. 1, 2, 3 to 1. Now we place the foot out, the knee is 90 degrees. Gonna sit on my butt, right knee on the straight leg. Left foot is gonna be in the corner of the knee on the hamstring, both hands on both feet. And we just slide over the floor so my knee is all the way straight, the knee of my partner towards the armpits. Pull back, maybe you can go a little bit more inwards. And we do 2, press. And the third one, maybe even stronger. 3. Now, outside foot, gonna go underneath, toes towards me, and pressing with the other foot. 1, 2, quite strong in the hamstring. I always love that, especially if I've been sitting a lot. And then 3 is really good to prevent tight hamstrings. Go back to 2, press a lot, and go back to 1. Press, press, press. And after that, we place the foot back, and now we just relax. Foot press walk on the hamstring, up and down. Oh, sorry, I'm still so relaxed. Now we place the foot a bit inwards. We're gonna sit on our knees, place the knee up, and now my knees are gonna be on top of my partner's foot. Hands interlaced like that. We're gonna work with the heel of the hand, not on the knee, a little bit more down, on both sides of the bone. You press and you rotate. We go to the middle. Press and rotate. The heel of the hands are pressing while you're rotating. Make a circle. Go back to middle. So it's 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Now on the same points, but just a bit lower, we're going to work with the thumbs. So you slide down under the bone and you press 1. Both thumbs towards each other. 2 in the middle. 3 in the end. We go back to the middle. And just the beginning. And we just relax because this can be a little bit strong. After that, we're going to work on the calf. So now we're going to have to do like that. Cupping your fingers behind the knee on the calf, top calf. And you lean back with your body weight. And now your tip of the fingers are touching each other. The nails are touching each other. And then on the Achilles, we go back to the middle. And then under the knee. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Now we interlace and we're going to work on the calf. Squeeze, go forward. Middle squeeze, go forward. And then beginning squeeze, go forward. Go back to middle. And the beginning. And now we just relax, freestyle. Knee to chest. So we place the foot in our groin. My foot is going to be on the other side of his hip. So it's really close towards the hip. Now, hand on the knee, other hand on the straight leg. And you just press forward. 90%. Second time. And the third time. Press forward, lean forward. Now, twist hip is next. Hand that was on the knee goes to the hamstring. And the other foot is going to cup. I mean, not the foot, my hand is going to cup. I press on the hamstring and I try to straighten the leg towards the left shoulder. 1. Now 2. 3 times only. 2 and 3. Now we're going to stretch Achilles. Knee down, other knee up, hand on the knee to not overstretch. Now you can see better. Hold the heel like that. Big toe under the forearm. Then the hand above the knee. Not on, but above. And you lean in 90% here on the big toe. That's all the movement there is. And 2. And 3. 1, 2, 3 only. Now, knee to chest, foot to butt. Knee to chest, foot to butt. 1. And 2. And 3. So 50-50 on both hands. Now we're going to straight the leg. Place your hand under the knee to not overstretch. And then we wiggle, wiggle, wiggle underneath the knee. And then please turn over on the belly. Now we're going to sit again in between the ankles. In between the ankles. So now we walk with the palms in 3 steps on the foot. And then we walk with the fingers towards the face of our partner in 3 steps, one by one, over the calves. Now, when we reach the knees, we don't want to press on the knees, so we want to skip them. We want to jump over them. Yeah? So now we walk on the hamstring 3 steps again, leaning a lot inside on the hamstring. Very nice. 3 steps. It's like I'm crawling. I'm really leaning down. 2 and just before the knees. And then you jump again, not on, but over the knee. You skip the knee. We walk in 3 steps over the hamstring, calf, and then we walk on the feet. Now we're going to start with the thumbs. So you find Achilles tendon, and then on the Achilles tendon, the hard thingy, you press down. So not on the side, but really on the middle. And in the middle, you make this imaginary line, and you walk with your thumbs all the way up, And you skip, of course, when you feel the knee. So you thumb press walking in, down, one by one. When you feel the knee, or 3 fingers actually below the knee, you jump over the knee, you skip the knee, and you start a couple of fingers above the knee. Yeah, we never want to press on the back of the knee. And then you thumb press walk on the hamstring, all the way up, on the hamstring, all the way up, until you feel the end of the hamstring or the sitting bone, and then you walk back down. Same thing down. So my thumbs are just pressing towards the mat, walking this imaginary line towards the Achilles, skipping the knees again. We never want to press on the back of the knees. And then when you jump over the knees, you sit again down on your heels, and then you just follow the line all the way down until you feel again the Achilles tendon. And after that, we just palm press walking up over the line. We just been massaging on. We walk up, we skip again the knee, we make a jump, and in 3 steps we walk on the hamstring. And now we're ready to work on the back. So we change our position, one side knee, have your partner in between your legs, and then your other knee up. Now we're going to work near the spine. So first you feel where the spine is. Then you place one hand on one side, one hand on the other side. So now we're in butterfly hands, and the spine is in between the hands. We press in the lower part, then you press in the middle part for 2, and then you press together in the shoulders. But we never want to press on the spine. Then we walk back down. So every time the heel of the hand is just on one side of the spine, not on the spine, please. Now, when you're down, you press again. And then we try to find the spine. You localize the spine. You place your thumbs next to each other. And the spine is in the middle. So it's really this small, yeah? So the nails are touching the spine. We're not pressing on the spine. So then you go down the mat. You don't have to do very different things. You just lean in your thumbs and you jump every time, small jumps, vertebrae by vertebrae. You just jump up and then you lean all the time down the mat. And you can even move your body a bit. So I prefer to have my shoulder always above my wrist. So you always lean in. And you are sure you're not pressing on the spine. Never press on the spine. How far do we go? We go until you reach the top corner of the scapula, and then we thumb press walking back. So we were doing it together, thumb by thumb, and now we walk. One thumb, follow thumb. Never on the spine itself. Always next to the spine. After that, if you're all the way down, we place our hands again into butterfly position, and we're going to change our position. Now, I'm standing in between my partner, placing the knees underneath the butt. And if you like, if you're about the same size or smaller, then you can place your feet up. Yeah? So now we press up. So we walk up together again in 3 steps. And then when your partner's arms are not down, you just place them down. And you bend them a bit. And then we walk in 3 steps on the upper arm. We skip the elbow. We don't want to press on the elbow. We walk in 3 steps down on the lower arm. And if you like, you can make an extra stretch like I do. Now, we place our feet down on the floor because we're going to hold each other's wrist. The wrist, yeah? Nothing else, wrist. Now you lean up with your body weight and your partner looks to the ceiling. Maybe you too. It's nice. I stretch myself as well. 1 time. Now, the second time we go halfway only. And then you pull on the right side. And then you pull on the left side. And then 1 more time, all the way up to the ceiling. And slowly, slowly down. Bend the arms again and place yourself again on the top if you like. And we walk in 3 steps over the lower arm. Skipping elbow. And then walk in 3 steps over the upper arm. And then we walk now next to the spine down. And we butterfly ourselves off. And then we skip the butt. We walk down in 3 steps again over the hamstring. Skipping the knee. Walking in 3 steps down on the calf. And then we are ready to work with the fist. Just like that. We work with the fist on the back of the sole of the feet, pressing quite strong down. And then we ask our partner to turn on the back. And they always do that. And then we pick up the legs without hurting yourself. You stretch a bit and then you bend them and then you place them in lotus. So the feet are underneath your knees. You walk all the way up and then you hold each other's wrist. Hold the wrist. And now be careful of your own back. You pull back and you bend yourself a lot. Okay. And then you pull your partner up. And then we straighten the back and we place the hands behind, fingers behind. And you press 1, 2 a little bit wider. 3 a little bit wider, only 2 parts of the, 2/3 of the shoulder, yeah? We don't want to go all the way. We don't want to press here on the shoulder bone, 2 back, and then 1. Now we're going to work with our thumbs, the same position. So you press with the thumbs next to the neck, the fingers are behind, and you go a little bit wider, 2 thumbs at the same time, on either side. And then 3, not too far out, and we go back to 2, and 1. So this is really 4 fingers from the collarbone, right? And then press again. 1, 2, 3, 2, and lean in, and 1. And now we're gonna massage, freestyle, trapezius muscle. And you feel a lot of tension sometimes. And Manel is the same today as me. So we feel... Yes, sometimes we have tension, sometimes not, but I feel these little sticky fascia, these little balls. So if you feel that, just go really deep into them, that you feel crack, and we have to break those. So now we go to work on the neck. So you see here, the little bump here, that's a C7. We interlace our hands, we place the thumbs next to C7, so not too much here, that's never where we press, right? Really close to the spine. Vertebra we press, and we press the thumbs towards each other, and we just go up. So you make little steps. You can do 3 or 4 or even more jumps, and the idea is you don't press the neck down, you don't press the head down, you just have the thumbs towards each other until you are in the skull, and then you go down again. So it's quite close to the vertebrae, right? And then we go up again. So don't press your partner's head down, just press your thumbs towards each other, all the way up until you feel the skull. Then we place the head up, and now we just thumb finger circle, giving shampoo to your partner. Always very easy to do, quite strong is nice, but very relaxed to receive. Now, we're going to chop. How to chop? We place the hands together. So the wrist is relaxed, the fingers are free, relaxed, and you only press with these pinky fingers, not with the side of the hand. We start near the neck, we go out, in, we go next to the scapula and the spine only halfway. We go the other side out, in, next to the scapula and the spine only halfway, and we go up again. And then we brush out and in, and then we do 5 slides. And Manel said the mantra, I will do the same. Na'a, Nawa, Roka, Payati, Finasanti, which means I hope you feel better than before. Kakunka.
I do.
Thank you in
Thank you.
Thai. You do.
Yes, I do. Of course I do.
So that's great.
Amazing.
Yes.
Right?
So write in the chat with who you're practicing and how you feel. We always like to read that. That's always very nice. So how do you feel?
I feel amazing. I feel better. I feel more relaxed. I feel more active. No, it's all about what is happening during these 30 minutes or 25 minutes. I did in 24 minutes today. Time doesn't exist. It's a perception of humans. So therefore, we just start to do the massage from the feet and we finish on the top. And along this journey, we've been analyzed for the last 15 years what is happening to the functional cell systems, to the connective tissue, to the fluids between the tissue, and only good things happen. And the most remarkable is the way that we are able to reduce chronic inflammation and chronic problems that people have sometimes. Sometimes people have terrible pains on the knees, sometimes people have terrible problems in the shoulders, in the neck, in the hips, and all this chronic inflammation we can solve. We can trigger the body to reduce chronic inflammation in any part of the body. The only one thing we need to do is to massage the whole body, and we will skip this area of the problem. We never massage the area of the pain, and we will focus on the rest of the body. When you do that 3 to 5 times a week, obviously, this is common sense, you will reduce also the inflammation on the chronic problem. The problem is that nowadays massage is too expensive. Massage, the cheapest massage is 60 euros. For 40 minutes, and that's too expensive. So that's why people don't know that chronic inflammation can be break down and we can normalize. It's all about to try. You need to try. If you don't believe me, you need to get 3 months, 20 massages a month, and let's see later if you believe me, us, or not. So, no, it's a matter of a challenge. We need to challenge people with pain.
Yes. So the idea is just join every Sunday or more. We are every day doing this in our classes. We do this every day in our classes in Amsterdam as well. But online you can join us every week.
That's why we talk about the pain, because every week for the last 10 years that we're doing that every day at the school, we saw that. We saw this happening. We saw pain disappear after 3-4 months having every day, almost Monday to Friday, in the most problematic things, like a frozen shoulder. No, we have 5 frozen shoulder, we have 5 osteoarthritis, we have 5 plantar fasciitis, tendinitis, lumbalgias. It works, simply works.
Yes. So if you ever think you have a complaint and that's why you get a massage, well, with this method you can stop all these complaints that can be treated by massage.
Yeah.
So you just have to see it like brushing your teeth. If you brush your teeth only once in a while, it doesn't work. So if you get weekly massage, it works. And if you get twice weekly, 3 times a week, or 4 times, is even better. But start with once a week.
Chronic inflammation, yeah. I mean, normally 1 time a week is amazing. It's much more better than the best therapy once a month. I can prove that. I can show evidence of that, all right? But 3 to 5 times we reserve for those scenarios like depression, we can fight depression with massage. But we need to massage 5 different times on 5 different days every week. And with doing this to the body reacts to massage. And the body reacts when the massage is regular, the body reacts in ways that we could not see before and that we are watching now.
Yes, so we challenge you. If you have a problem, just join every week. And again, if it goes too fast, we have step-by-step tutorials as well. But this is just for everybody that wants to do weekly massage. But I want to relax now because I'm totally relaxed. I hope you too. So let's stop, or you want to say more?
No, I just want to say thank you.
Well, you're welcome. Thank you too.
Thank you.
So enjoy and see you next week.
Sawadee ka.
Sawadee ka.